Hey, what's up you guys? I'm back with a brand new video. So today I was scrolling down YouTube and I found a girl. I did a while back one of her tag videos, Kristen Horner. Ooh, I butchered her name. Let me put her name right here and I will link her YouTube channel down below. But she does a lot of book things and I forget that I love books. Like, I don't forget, but you know what I mean. I decided to do one of the tags that she does, and it's called the social media book tag. And I'm really excited, and I'm not even going to talk any longer, so let's get into it. First, Twitter. Recommend your favorite shortest book. I did not realize that all the books I read are kind of long, so I decided to go with this one. 100 Things That Piss Me Off by Rachel Ballinger. If you don't know who Rachel Ballinger is, Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, this is her sister. Yes, that is not all she's known for. I saw it in Barnes Noble and I said, this looks hilarious as F. So I picked it up and it's so short, I read it in one day with my siblings and it was so funny. We were cracking up the whole time. So I really, really, really like this book. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Go read it. Facebook. You're supposed to recommend a book everyone pressured you into reading. I was like, I don't take pressure from anyone. But then I realized there were two books I could not choose because I wanted to give them both credit and talk about them both that people pressured me into reading. And the first one was The Hunger Games by Susan Collins, the Queen. The Hunger Games came out so long ago. Oh my god.
And this is when I knew shit was about to get cray.
I just found, like, old photos of me in this book. Oh my god. Oh my god. This was me in preschool, bro. That's me. And then I found my dance photos in this book. Hip hop. That's me. This was tap. And that's me. What the shit? Okay. Just found these old photos just hanging out in the Hunger Games novel. Anyway, this came out like when I was in middle school, I believe. 2008 this came out. I was still in middle school. This came out when I was in... Why can't I do math? 8 minus 4. 2012 minus 2. When I was in 4th grade. And mama knows I can't read this in 4th grade. But then when we all got like to 6th grade, my friend Alexis was reading this. My other friend was reading this, and they were like, oh, you have to read it. You have to read it. It's so good. You have to read it. So I read it, and they were all right because it's amazing. The movies are great. I kind of want to reread this again because I haven't read it in a really, really long time. But yes, I felt very pressured into reading this book, and I'm so glad that they pressured me. Next book that they pressured me into reading was this, the Maze Runner series. I have mixed feelings about the Maze Runner because the Maze Runner series as a novel, good. The Maze Runner as a movie, bad. Don't come for me. It's not good. Like, it just, sorry. First book in this series, amazing. The rest kind of went like this. I felt really pressured into reading this series because I heard Dylan O'Brien was going to be in the movie, and I was just like, oh, let me just read this series right quick. Kind of disappointed. I have not read the book after The Death Cure, and I haven't seen the Death Cure movie. So if that shows you anything, I have mixed feelings. I really liked the first one, but the rest kind of let me down. Tumblr. Recommend a book you read before it was cool. I'm not cool in any shape or form. So before it was cool, I would say Divergent. I know, 3 big like main books in a row, but Divergent I read like sophomore year. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm sorry. No. I read before everybody else did. I was like the little trendsetter in school who was like, oh my god, have you guys heard of Divergent? You guys gotta read it. Like, oh my god, it's so good. Like, the characters, the story, you guys gotta read it. It's the new Hunger Games. I feel like I did read this before a lot of people read it, and before it like got really big and the movie came out and everybody's like, oh my god, I gotta read the series. So yeah, I finished like the series before like the first movie came out. So yeah, this one. MySpace, which I don't know why this like social media is on this tag, but I think this tag was made a long time ago when MySpace was relevant. So MySpace, a book we don't remember if we liked or not. Very relevant to what MySpace is. So I was like, what? Blah. I've read so many books, I barely remember if I like any. But then I saw this on my shelf. Dear Nobody, The True Diary of Mary Rose by Glennon McKean and Les McNeil. That's edited. So I remember picking this up on a Barnes & Noble shelf because I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting. Because it's a really sad book. It's about the life of Mary Rose. She feels really lonely, depressed, has a really hard home life. I do remember that. The problem is I don't remember anything else that happens. And I felt like I don't remember if I fully liked this book, but I do remember that it had a really powerful, intense message that I really liked. But I don't remember if I fully enjoyed this book because of how sad it was. But yeah, this one. Instagram. A book so beautiful, you just had to Instagram it. This one, literally I picked out in 0.5 seconds because I took so many pictures of this book when it came out, and I bet you all already know. Note to self, Connor Franta. The last book tag I did also had Connor Franta in it, so roll the clip. Which book brings you the most joy? A lot of books bring me joy because I love books. The first book is Connor Franta's Work in Progress. It brings me so much joy because Connor Franta is my favorite YouTuber. Yeah, so I'm a little bit obsessed with Connor Franta, but his second book, Note to Self, sorry to boot Work in Progress to the curb, but Note to Self was so much better. They're both good, but Note to Self blew me out the roof. The roof is gone. And this was the era that he replied to my tweet. So, just want to get that out there. It's just everything about this book is aesthetically pleasing. The ombre on the side, the baby pink, the photograph on the front, the inside cover, and the entire book. Being that mostly his photography is in it. I'm sorry. Gorgeous or what? I'm sorry. That's so pretty. So I have a lot of photos of this book on my phone. I took a lot of pictures and I posted it to Twitter because I was like, it was so sunny outside that I had to take my little girl for a photo shoot. So it was so cute. And it shines in the sunshine. I'm telling you right now, it's so cute. YouTube, a book you wish they would turn into a movie. I'm so I literally did not know what to pick. There's a book that I love. It's my favorite book ever. I talked about it in the last video. It's my favorite book in the world. #1, can't be beat. Try to beat it. It's hard. And then there's another book in my top 5 that I think I would like to be turned into a movie. But here's the thing. Books turned into movies can be so bad. This book was a prime example of movies flopping on telling the story of a book. I want to say these 2 books, but I also don't want to because I don't want them to fail, because if they fail, I'll be really depressed. The Edge of Never, my favorite book in the world. This is #1 on my list. I don't know how people are going to beat this. Favorite book, I need to read it again. I really have been wanting to read it again, but I have so many books I haven't read yet. I'm like, Haley, calm down. You can read it later. Love stories, just something I visualized in my head, and I wish I could direct it or something because the way I have it pictured in my head is perfect. But I mean, it could come bad off screen, but the characters of Cameron and Andrew need to come to life so I can visualize their face But if they pick bad actors, that would also make the movie terrible. So I would love to see this as a movie, but it also would make me super nervous. The other one I thought about having a movie is in my top 5. It's called Everland. And it's by Wendy Spinell. And I love this book. It's like a Peter Pan twist off, and I would love to see this as a movie because I think the storyline and what actually happens within the story is so good. So I would rather see this one, I think, as a movie just because I think they could accomplish this better, because this one's a little more typical and I feel like it could be portrayed badly. So these two, maybe. But you know what? No movie director is going to read these and see this and be like, oh yeah, that 20-year-old is so right. Let's make a movie on these two books. Like, no, doubt it, but you know, I wish. Goodreads is a book you recommend to everyone. Goodreads, if you don't know what Goodreads is a website where you can recommend books and talk about books. So I'm gonna recommend you a little ditty that I read a long time ago, and it took me 2 days to read, and it was great, and I loved it, and I'm slapping it, and here it is. The Catastrophic History of You and Me. This novel is up there, like top 10 possibly. It is about a girl who dies of heartbreak, and then the whole story is in the perspective of her in the afterlife. It is amazing. It is so good. You have to read it. I recommend it 1,000 times over. If you want to know more details about this lovely, lovely book and what it's about and who I love and my favorite quotes from it, you can go to my blog. I don't know. The no has 4 O's.blogspot.com. It'll be in the description. But this book is amazing. I love it so much. It is just such a beautiful thing to love a book so much. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you guys should all read it. It's my recommendation for everyone. So this original tag ended on Goodreads. And I said, hold on. There are more social medias than there were when this tag came out. So I added the best social media, Snapchat. And I made up something that says a book you have the longest streak with. So that basically means the book you've had the longest, the book you read so long ago that you keep thinking about. Love it so much, but it's been forever since you read it. And I picked this book. It looks like booty. It's been tattered and torn, like the cover literally comes off. I'm pretty sure I took this from the library, but it's fine. Paying fees till this day. No, I'm kidding. I probably bought this from Half Price Books because the quality, I even wrote my name in it. Like, if you don't think I've had this book the longest, like, you can tell by the way my name is written. It is about a girl dying. I know that's so sad. Like, okay. It's called Telling Christina Goodbye by Lorene McDaniel. And I think I really need to really go into Lorene McDaniel's world and see what her other books are about, because this book, I remember I read it. It was like one of the first novels that I read, and I fell in love with it. It is amazing. It is a tale about, you know, loss and love, and I'm pretty sure it made me cry back when I was like 10. 2002 this came out, so I was 4 when this came out. I was 6. I'm stupid. The book I've had the longest, and it's been sitting in my room on my bookshelf, displayed for the world to see for years now, and I love it. I'm literally caressing it like a baby. So that is it for this video, guys. I really enjoyed doing this tag. I love books. I love to talk about them. I, once upon a time, had a SoundCloud and a podcast that is called Library of Thoughts about books. If you want me to start it up again, please comment down below, because I kind of miss talking about books just on the regular. So I'm hoping to get back into doing book-related videos. They make me happy, and I like to tell people about good books to read. People think of me as a librarian. All my friends come to me if they want to read a book or a good book recommendation. A lot of adults come to me with questions about books. So if you guys have any books that you'd like to recommend or that you want me to recommend, please comment down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I really enjoy making content. It is summer now, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time I make something. Bye!